to the moment we've all been waiting for a very, very, very long time. John Cena has finally turned heel. Now, myself, I'm one of the people who doubted that we'd actually see John Cena turn heel in his last run before leaving WWE. You know, he's retiring at the end of this year in December. I didn't think WWE were going to actually ever pull the trigger on John Cena being a heel. I thought it was going to be one of them things that, you know, we all reflect on and go, oh, what could have been? But WWE have actually turned John Cena heel. And it's gone from the build-up of WrestleMania this year to being somewhat meh, not really that bothered, to, oh my God, I need to watch WWE TV every week now to find out what's going to be happening next. In the build-up to WrestleMania, I've said for a long while now that after Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble and it was obvious he was going to go against Gunther, you know, that's now been announced. I thought the only money match for me on the flip side was Cody versus John Cena. Now, I wondered how we were going to get there because obviously WWE likes to do face versus heel. Now, there's a lot of people speculating whether or not Cody would in fact turn heel. You know, in his days on Ring of Honor in New Japan, you know, he played a heel character and was really, really good as well. Even in TNA for the short stint he did there. So there was the possibility of Cody possibly turning heel. But Cody is, you know, one of the biggest baby faces in the company right now. So if they did that, you know, where would they go with it? Where does John Cena? Yes, he is the ultimate babyface, and we've finally got the heel turn that we've wanted, but I don't think it affects the landscape in the WWE as what Cody Rhodes would if he turned heel. Like, fans have wanted Cena to turn heel for like 20 years, and he's finally done it now on the road to WrestleMania. And the one thing we've got to all ask ourselves now is, if John Cena doesn't win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, was it worth it? So, obviously, at the Elimination Chamber, the idea was The Rock wanted Cody Rhodes to sell his soul to him and become his WWE champion. You know, the final boss laid it down for Cody. I think pretty much knowing that Cody was not going to do that, knowing that Cody would say, you know, my soul is that of the WWE Universe, which is pretty much what he said. So he already had it in plan that it was going to be John Cena. Now, as The Rock entered the ring to find out what Cody's response was, you know, Cena, knowing glance between Cena and The Rock, you know, Cena nodded his head to The Rock, and it was sort of like, nah, they're not actually going to go through with it, are they, and turn John Cena heel after all this time. But they did, and you know what, it was fantastic. The only slight issue that I have with this is the Travis Scott inclusion. It was weird, and it didn't need to be there. You know, dude standing in the corner saging himself down for some reason. Was weird. I wish they didn't have that Travis Scott part in there, because this moment will be replayed for years and years and years, and it's going to be one of the most talked about segments in the history of WWE. I fully believe that, but I just wish we didn't have to see that weird stuff that Travis Scott was doing in the corner over and over again. So obviously Cena turned heel. He low-blowed John Cena, kicked him in the balls. Cody Rhodes. John Cena kicked Cody Rhodes in the balls, and then hit him with the watch, the gold watch, then hit him with a microphone, and then finally hitting him with the WWE Championship and busted Cody Rhodes open before we had The Rock pull out his Cody's Soul specially made belt and whipped Cody in the ring on the floor like a dog. And you know what? It's now finally given us a bit of excitement going into WrestleMania, because since the Rumble, I feel like it had been lacking a bit. But if people remember rightly, this was the exact same as last year when The Rock got involved. You know, last year He is a big money draw, The Rock. It'll put eyes on the product that people that don't watch regularly will watch because The Rock's there. And then we always get a good segment coming out of it. It happened last year. We got a great build up to WrestleMania last year. We had the great match, the tag match on night one. And then, the mess that was night two that people seem to enjoy. But we won't talk about that in detail. But it got everyone excited again for WrestleMania. And I feel like this year it was lagging again. In comes The Rock, and he's endorsing John Cena by the look of it. John Cena has sold his soul to the final boss. So what will that mean now going forward towards WrestleMania? We've got John Cena with his heel turn. He didn't even do the press conference afterwards. He come in, he turned off the microphone and dropped it and then left. He didn't even do the press conference. So, makes you wonder though, when will we see John Cena again? He's got limited dates and limited appearances now until December. Will we see him now a bit more going into WrestleMania? Will we see him this week, or is it going to be a week or two? See, this is the only issue with doing this now, when he has limited dates, is we don't actually know when we're going to start seeing Cena. Like, we could see him this week and he could explain things, or we might not see him again for a couple of months. Who knows? Well, not months, but weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it. Hopefully they'll go fully into this heel turn, and it won't just sort of be one of them things that WWE doesn't lean fully into. Because not only is people been after the John Cena heel turn for a long time, but we won't actually see where it goes. He said in an interview with Chris Van Vliet earlier this year that he'd recorded a heel version of his entrance music. I'd like that to be released now as his new entrance music. I want to see him strip back his colourful attire and be the bad guy that he was going to be all those years ago when they decided to change the mind and keep him as a babyface. And it'd be really, really cool if we got to WrestleMania and Cena beat Cody and become a heel WWE champion. His last ever run, breaking the record at WrestleMania as a heel. Now that would be something that no one's seen only a couple of years ago. So this has got me excited again for WWE. This is what it should be like coming into WrestleMania. You should be excited, and I feel like this heel turn with John Cena aligning himself with the final boss, The Rock, has me now excited for WrestleMania. So let me know, as always, what are your thoughts and opinions on John Cena finally turning heel, aligning himself with the final boss, The Rock, on his way to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. And as always, don't forget to hit that like, drop us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the wrestling group today.